Followed by Professor Sheila West, Vice-Chancellor of the University of Nottingham, together with Reverend Grant Morton, Chaplain of the University. We'll then hear from Alex Morris, MP, and Caroline Henry, the Police and Crime Commissioner. We'll then move back to Councillor David Mellon, and then we'll move into a minute's silence. And after that, we'll hear from some of our faith leaders across our great city of Nottingham, together then with contributions from members of the family and our portfolio holder for communities before we close the event. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Councillor Carol McCulloch, Lord Mayor of Nottingham. Thank you.
As Lord Mayor of the City, I would like to welcome you all here today and thank you for coming. This has been a very sad week for our city. The events on Tuesday were a tragedy, and so it is important that we all come together and support each other at this difficult time. We have lots of people who would like to say a few words and to pay their respects. Can I start?
Look after their kids as our kids are looked after. That hurts so much as parents. They sent their kids here and unfortunately weren't able to look after them. But it was their love for Nottingham. Ian was described as a lifelong Nottingham Forest football fan. Their love of Nottingham resonates. So how do we honour their memory and their legacy? By being the best version of ourselves each day, today and every day, in our behaviours.
Council staff doing so many different roles, seen and unseen, and for those who are providing support and reassurance to our city community at this difficult time. And as the cameras of our country's media channels are focused on our city this week, as the leader of the council here, I want to thank you, the people of Nottingham, for your support and solidarity this week. We're available to talk to anyone who struggled to process these awful events. And as Grace's father said so movingly yesterday, we all need to look out for each other and look after each other at this time. Nottingham is a great city, and a city where the events that we have seen this week shock us because they are so unusual. They are not in our ordinary experience. We have a city that is safe and welcoming, where people can go about their business without fear on a day-to-day basis, and we must not allow fear to grip our streets and be the dominant emotion here. I'm grateful to our partners who have stood together for Nottingham. Many of you are here tonight, and we'll hear from some of you in a moment. I'm grateful to our faith leaders for not only being here, but also for opening your buildings to those who are mourning this week, and for leading us in our prayers in Nottingham. This week has been awful for those of you who have lost loved ones. It will, of course, take time to come to terms with it.
Thank you, Shearer, and good evening, everybody. Since I had the privilege of relocating to Nottingham myself a little over 5 years ago, I have encountered numerous people who have told me the same thing. They came here as students or on work contracts, and they loved the city so much, they decided to come back and settle permanently. I've also spoken to many current University of Nottingham students who tell me
From the majority of churches, I'm inviting Bertrand and from the Sikh community in Nottingham.
Thank you, Caroline. In a minute, we're going to have a moment of silence. Start that silence when the clock behind
I want to offer our condolences and support to the family of Grace and Barnaby. Devastation we never thought we'd feel, and obviously they're going through the same thing that we are. Anything they need from us, we're happy to help any support we need. I also want to thank everybody that's given the kind words about my dad over social media, over the news, in person. It feels like he's touched a lot of hearts over the years, more than what we assumed and knew that he had. So it's been really nice and heartwarming to see the messages and the people come out and talk about how he was when they were younger and how he's helped them. Some beautiful comments. We just wanted to say a quick thing that we're still dealing with what's happened, we still haven't took it all in. So we just wanted to say a few things. Just like, my dad was an avid fisherman, he loved his family, and he also loved his forest. US. US.
Good evening, everybody, and whoever put this here, I thank you. Thank you. He'll be really chuffed with this, so I'm going to give it to his brother, Charlie. The 7 pages long, but I wrote big and I'll talk fast. Barnaby Philip John Webber was born on the 11th of January in 2004, and I want you to know that because he is more than a victim of a senseless murder. He loved pesto pasta, but he hated cottage pie. He was obsessed with aeroplanes, and he still carried the dream of being a pilot in the RAF one day. I'm not sure really how a history degree from Nottingham was part of that plan, but perhaps he wanted to fly Spitfires. He's been taken away from his younger brother Charlie, who, despite being 3 years and 8 months younger than him, is considerably taller, as you can see. Barnaby pretended to be cool with this, but right, Rory? He really wasn't. He hated it. That said, despite the ribbing, the play fighting, the occasional competitiveness, and far too many swear words, Barnaby, he so adored you. And he was so proud of you. Nottingham, he really loved you. Like he really, really loved you, and like Grace's dad said yesterday, and David said, we couldn't bloody get him home half the time. When he was accepted on his place to study here in only August of last year, he was so bloody chuffed. He loved reading history, but I think actually he loved being part of the cricket team more. To his teammates, I can see you. We thank you for all you have done to remember him already, and I know you have so much more planned. Oh, his shirt number was 56, by the way. So today, we stand here and we feel your love, and we're united in grief and shock and disbelief. And one day we will smile again, but it will take time. And we took time this morning, David and I, and Charlie has as well, to read some of the tributes that were left up at the University of Nottingham. And there was one letter that I have to make mention to. It was double-sided, big sheet of A4, written really beautifully by an individual. I don't know if it was a male or a female, but this person, it was an outpouring of love and support and confusion and anger and grief. And this person said in this letter, I don't know what to do, I have to write this because I have no friends. I have no one to talk to. But if you want to come and talk to me, I will be waiting on the terrace. And I didn't read that until this morning, but if you get this message from me, then I feel your love, and you do have friends because you have friends in us, okay? It's not my place to talk about the other victims, Ian and Grace, but do know that we as a family are really grieving for you as well. The monstrous individual who has shattered so many lives will not define us, and I know he will receive the retribution that he deserves. However, this evil person is just that. He is just a person. Please hold no hate that relates to any colour, sex, or religion. And so, my beautiful, beautiful boy, you have mine, your dad and your brother's heart forever. Barney, as Phoebe says, 224. I know silence is the traditional sign to show respect, and we've had that rightly so tonight. But as I finish, and you've so kindly already done this, can I just ask for you to do one more thing, to show us an enormous roar and round of applause for everyone affected by this tragedy.
Hello, Nottingham. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing your love for our babies. Be patient with us. We all want to say a little something. But what I want to say is that my beautiful baby girl, she wasn't just beautiful on the outside. You must have seen her pictures across media. She was so beautiful on the inside. She was a treasured and adored child. She wanted very few things in life. She wanted to be a doctor. She wanted to play hockey with her pals. She wanted to have fun, because that's what all students want. They want to enjoy themselves. And all they were doing was walking home. We're just walking home after a night out. And like Emma Weber says, this person must face justice. It just is truly so unfair. But I'll echo what my husband said yesterday. Be kind to each other, look after each other. Don't have hate in your hearts. Say prayers for my baby girl. I can't say any more, but she did love Nottingham. I will say one more thing, just one more thing. Grace loved Nottingham, but she's not from Nottingham. And Barnaby loved Nottingham, but he's not from Nottingham either. We're from different parts of the UK. Grace from the southeast, Greater London, and Barnaby from the south, from Somerset, Taunton. And there's huge communities down there also needing help. Their schools, their friends, their families. So it's not just Nottingham grieving, but the magnitude of the grief reflects the magnitude of the love we have for her. Thank you.
As Grace's younger brother, I just want to thank everyone here for coming to remember the lost lives of our loved one, Barney, Grace and Ian, and my family, especially for flying over, means the most. Grace wasn't only just a sister to me, she was a best friend of mine, my mother, my father, all her friends, and all her family. And if there's only one message that comes out of this, I urge you all to cherish every moment you spend with your loved ones, as you just never know when it will end. Thank you.
I really mean it when I say thank you for taking the time out of your busy lives to be here and share some grief with us. That really is powerful. And I really thank literally each and every one of you who's taken the time. Thank you so much, it means so much. We were 4, we are now 3. And the same for Barney's family. They were 4, and they're now 3. I speak to you as a broken-hearted father. I love my Grace more than I loved anything, and I'm trying to be as strong as I can. Forgive me. There are people in hospital as well who are injured from this attack. And as families, our thoughts are with them as well. I really hope and wish them a speedy recovery. I'd like to thank the uniformed services who always do such a great job. Thank you to the police. Thank you to the emergency services. Thank you to everyone who did so much. And that gap that I had in my life, that was Grace. She did love Nottingham. When I asked her to come down home last week, she said a few more sessions, as I said yesterday. She loved going out in your town. She absolutely adored her friends and family. This is one brilliant university town, and this is a great university that she went to. She had so many good friends and such great memories. She was so looking forward to coming back for the second year, and she would have been the junior doctor serving you and your lovely city in the hospital here, and that's been taken away from us. Thank you so much for being here, and everyone who is doing so much for us in the background. I thank everyone who's doing that. Thank you so much, and thank you for Nottingham. The absolute last thing I'm going to say is, honestly, imagine a world of just love and no violence. Just imagine that world.